Hi everybody and welcome to today's brand new product launch, UltraColor MAX Direct-to-Film Heat Transfers. My name's Andy, I'm from Target Transfers, the leading manufacturer of heat transfers in the UK. And today I'm going to run through everything you need to know about direct-to-film or DTF heat transfers, known to us at Target Transfers and Stahls as UltraColor MAX. If you've never used heat transfers before, don't worry. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to get started and grow your business with this printing method. And if you're an established printer, this is going to be a great addition for your existing product portfolio. They've already been a massive success in the US where they launched a couple of months ago with many leading sports and clothing brands already adopting this product. So this is going to be a really great option for you in the UK. It's brand new today. So before I get started, I just want to remind everyone, if you've got any questions, just leave a comment and I'll answer absolutely every single question. And thank you for those who have already submitted your questions online as well. So first, I'm sure you all want to know, what is a direct-to-film heat transfer? So this is a special digitally printed heat transfer. It's a process we've developed specific to Stahls, Tranfers, Express and Target Transfers. And UltraColor MAX are a really easy way to get started, easy way to order, and easy way to apply. So it means you can start saying yes to even more jobs than you already were doing. The great advantage of this product is it's a minimum order of just one. So to give you a bit of context, you can order a 55 by 55 centimeter sheet. This is a 55 by 55 centimeter sheet. And this is going to be just £29. So it means you can get, you've got 15 transfers on this one here, £29. I've seen some of you placing them this morning and someone already had 80 transfers on a sheet. So it means you can get some really great starting transfers for just £29. So you can get some really great cost efficiencies as well, straight from the get-go. So it's a really, really great way to try out a new design. So for instance, if you want to do some sampling, you only have to order one now, so you can perhaps put quite a few sampling orders on there. So it's a great way if you're pitching to a customer, say I really want to see it first, just order an UltraColor MAX sheet, get them printed as normal. 2 days later, they turn up. You can fuse them onto a t-shirt or hoodie or jacket, take it to your customer and say, look, what do you think? This looks really fantastic, I reckon. Wash is fantastic. And then you can go from the order and scale it up as you need to. So it's a great product for doing personalization as well. So if you're a customer that's doing perhaps seasonal goods or items where someone wants their name or a date of birth on it, but you don't want to have to do them all in vinyl, or you wish that you could do them multicolored or perhaps add a photograph to go with it, this is a great option because you can do absolutely everything. It's a full color heat transfer. So what it means is that there's unlimited colors, unlimited gradients, photorealistic capabilities. There's not anything you can't do with this transfer. So if you've got a design, you can bring it to life. There's going to be no key lines, no white boxes around it. This is just a transfer. The artwork you submit is the transfer. It's really, really that simple. And like I say, it's just £29 for a giant 55 by 55 centimeter sheet. And some of the detail you can get from it is absolutely incredible. So I'm just going to show you this one here. So imagine doing your neck labels in full color with that detail. There's absolutely nothing you can't achieve there. So it's a really, really easy way to, just for you. The sheet size is 55 by 55 centimeters. So I'm just going to hold it up again for you. That is a literal 55 by 55 size. So you can see it's a really big sheet. So you can fit, so to give you a bit of context, you could probably get 3 to 4, you not quite get 4 A4s on there, but you kind of get 3 3/4 A4s on there. We could get 1 A3 with loads of other transfer options as well. So it means you can be quite versatile for those that are just sort of doing one order, like I say, to do personalized or do a sampling. We have a lot of customers that are looking to do one-to-one fashion as well. So it means that if you're looking to do perhaps a numbered run of designs where you've got 1 to 100 and you want to have something different for every single one, it gives you a bit more flexibility that way. So you could put a number on each one. So then there's literally just 100 t-shirts, for instance, out there, depending how big the run is. So they could be limited and exclusive options that way. So thank you very much for that question. So one of the things that people are going to ask us, and I'm sure we've had a few comments about this already as well, is how can I order these transfers? So If you are already an existing Target Transfers customer and you're ordering your heat transfers already, you can just go online to custom.targettransfers.com as you usually would. But if you're brand new to us and we just want a bit of a refresher, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So let me just going to add the website to our stream. So here you've got the home page. It's custom.targettransfers.com. And all you need to do is click the UltraColor MAX Heat Transfer option. And it takes you straight there. You can start ordering right away. All you need to do, add a design or add some text. And you can just keep adding as many as you want. Unlimited colors, unlimited gradients at £29. No matter how many different designs you put on there, it's just going to keep going and going and going. So really, really simple. All you need to do is custom.targettransfers.com and click UltraColor MAX. It's just as simple. If you can order a birthday card for someone, you can order a transfer from our website. It's really that simple. And like I say, it can be absolutely any color, any gradient. So I've got someone here asking how many different logos can I put on a sheet. So this is something I want to make very clear, is that when you order a transfer sheet from Target Transfers, this transfer sheet is yours to do as you wish with. So there's not going to be an extra cost for putting different logos on there. You could have 80, so like I said, so a customer earlier placed 80 different transfer designs on there, and they could all be different if you wanted them to. We're not going to make it difficult for you by charging extra fees per different artwork. Once the transfer sheet is made, that's entirely your design with that. So yeah, another question that's come in, what file types can I use? So this is nice and simple again. It's EPS, PNG, PDF and JPEG. We do recommend using an EPS file where possible, because this is the best design format. But if you've only got a PNG, as long as you can make sure it's 300 DPI, then it'll be absolutely fine. We can handle that, no problem. Okay, got some more questions coming in. Are there still hard edges that can be faded into the shirt? So with UltraColor MAX, you've got quite a lot of flexibility. It's not going to be entirely faded, but you can get some really quite fantastic effects. So you can see, anyone can see the t-shirt I'm wearing at the moment. I'll just hold this up again. So I'll give you a couple of examples. So you can see on these transfers here, we've managed to do quite a good fade off on those. So I would encourage anyone that's looking to add some fades to their design to go and check out one of our sister companies, Great Dane Graphics, because Dane's got some really great tutorials and artworks on there which can show you how to really make the most of direct-to-film printing and get effects that are kind of pretty close to a faded look, but then with the ease of using it as a heat transfer. But we will do some future events with Dane, so you can have a walkthrough process of how you go about achieving those effects. Will UltraColor Soft be coming to UK? So UltraColor Soft is the same as our UltraColor standard product we have. So I'll just take you back to the website. So if you go to custom.targettransfers again, and you just click UltraColor Heat Transfers, that is exactly the same as UltraColor Soft. So it's got the same super soft finish. Everything we do heat transfer wise, including this UltraColor MAX, is really soft and premium feeling. It's not going to have a raspy effect when you rub your hand across it. It's going to feel just like part of the garment, as with every screen transfer or digital screen transfer you come to expect from Target Transfers. So Chris, how do photos come out? So photos come out fantastic on this. Both of our UltraColor products, photorealistic finishes look really great. We've seen some stuff going through already. This is an UltraColor MAX, again, is a great product if you're doing perhaps stag do's, hen do's, birthdays, where you just want to order one photo of someone or a collection of short run photos, designs for people, and want it to look photorealistic and you want it to stay that way after it's been washed multiple times. You can be absolutely fine with UltraColor MAX or any of the UltraColor products for that. What if it's not a vector? It says when I vector, I lose the smooth gradient. This shouldn't be an issue for you. If you have any problems with when you're saving out the artwork, do send us a message. But we've found that with either EPS or PNG, none of the gradient colors are getting affected at all. It's a nice smooth gradient through every time. It's probably just the way the file's being saved in Illustrator or CorelDRAW that just needs to be tweaked a little bit. But we can absolutely advise you on that because all of our customers use a mix of EPS and PNG files, and we have no problems with unlimited gradients. So, for instance, top of what I've got at the moment, you can see this was a mixture of, this is done as an EPS file, but this could have done as a PNG file with absolutely no problem, and it's still got the same great results. In Illustrator, it tends to be when you click File, Save As, it's about clicking the box that says keep compatible gradients with it. But if you have any problems with that, just get in touch and we can absolutely walk you through that. Okay, would the grunge effect work well? Yes, absolutely. So this is a really good question. And for those that are doing the designing work themselves, one of the great things about UltraColor MAX and UltraColor Standard is that you can create some really great either vintage or sort of almost beaten up transfer looks because it's got this really high detail to it. So because you can get the detail means you can take little specks out of the artwork and achieve some really great results. So I'm just going to show you a transfer sheet that we've created as a little sample for you. So this is some sample artwork that we've been doing just to showcase just how fantastic some of the things you can do with it. But you can see here, got a real mixture of detail and colour. So you can absolutely achieve some sort of grunge effects with this, absolutely no problem, because the detail is so phenomenal with it. This one here, it's a clear design, but it's got so many different colours in there. So the main thing to remember with all UltraColor products is that it's a say yes to anything transfer. So if you've got an idea for a design, don't compromise yourself with the artwork. Speak to us because we can make it happen. Is this the detail level that can be achieved by the same as UltraColor? Yes, absolutely. So this is the way to think about this is it's just an extension of UltraColor. If you're already using UltraColor already, this is an extension for you to achieve either sample work, or if you want to do personalization at scale, this is the product for you to use then. So in terms of how the product ends up, how it feels to your customer as an end result, there's absolutely no difference. The only difference is a slight difference in the actual application, but the end result is absolutely the same. So we've had some questions about this already, but it's about the wash quality. So this has been commercially wash tested. So this is something that we take very seriously because we're dealing with so many large clothing brands, and we always like to pass on the same technology to absolutely all of our customers. It means that this transfer has been commercially wash tested to be 60 plus washes, exactly the same as a 1:5 screen and UltraColor product as well. So you can keep managing this as, like I said, it's an extension. So it means if you can do it with UltraColor, you can do it with UltraColor MAX. It's just shorter runs. So if you're just looking to do 1 or 2 quantity runs, this is the option for you to use there. So what else have we got on? So what materials we need to work on? So again, a great question. Same as UltraColor, you can use these on cottons, polycottons, polyester, tri-blends. There's not much you can't put this heat transfer onto. But if you're ever unsure, just send us a message on Facebook or Instagram, or pop us an email to info@untitled.com, and we'd be more than happy to check on a case-by-case basis. But this transfer can go on just about anything. It's got a low fuse of 145, which I'm going to show you in just a sec. So it means that it's below the scorching point for many garments. So before we move on to some more questions, I'm just going to show you how to fuse one of these transfers. So this is something to be very clear. This does have slightly different fusing instructions to UltraColor. This is going to be a 145 degrees centigrade fuse for 12 seconds at medium pressure. So for those of you already using UltraColor, you'll know that that is 25 degrees more, but you will be able to get a hot peel from this. So I'm just going to pop this on. So I'm using a Bella Canvas t-shirt today, so premium cotton finish. So I'm just going to pre-press this. So as usual, always make sure you pre-press your garments so we can get a nice, smooth, flat, moisture-free surface. Pop onto here for 5 seconds. That's all it's going to take. Only 2 seconds is what you need. Medium pressure. So I'm using the Hot Topics Fusion IQ today. If you've got any questions about heat press, I'm more than happy to answer those at the same time today as well. So I've just cut one out already. Just going to pop it on here. Like I say, it's going to be 12 seconds. That's all it's going to take. And I'll hot peel it, so I'll do that live so you can see just how easy it is to peel that. That's it. So I know that we did have some questions earlier through Facebook about second fusing. And this is something I want to talk about in just a sec as well. So I'll pull that straight off. I'll bring it over to the camera so you can see it. It's already wanting to come off, but straight away, nice and easy. Hold it up so you can see that is on there perfectly. Nice and easy. So hot peel, this is the only one that's hot peel at the moment, but make sure you follow the instructions whenever using transfers. So I just wanted to touch on, so this is a question that we did have come through, is about second fuse. Do I need a second fuse? So we did touch on this on the podcast last week, if you got a chance to listen to that, but basically, no. None of our heat transfers need a second fuse at all. We do not encourage you doing this because you're not going to achieve any extra results from it. All you're going to do is double your production time, which is not the best way to approach a business. So when we give our fuse instructions, it's always, that's it, that's the recipe, that's the chemistry that's been tested. So make sure you use UltraColor MAX direct-to-film heat transfers at 145 centigrade for 12 seconds at medium pressure, peel hot, and that's it. You can move on to your next t-shirt. And that's how the instructions that we've commercially wash tested them at. So you get that 60 plus wash guarantee from us. So it means your customer will want to come back to you time after time because you're creating a premium product. Okay, will this take over from UltraColor? No, this won't take over from UltraColor. As I mentioned, this is more of a smaller run product. So something I just wanted to touch upon really here is when you should switch from UltraColor MAX to UltraColor. And the answer is at 2. So the UltraColor MAX sheets, which are £29, are, and once you get to 2 of those, that's when you should always switch over to UltraColor Standard, because this is where you're going to get the price breaks. And this is something that's really important with direct-to-film heat transfers. Is the most scalable way with full color transfers is always going to be UltraColor. UltraColor MAX and direct-to-film transfers in general are best built for shorter runs or personalization when you need to do a sort of one-to-one design. So once you get to sort of 2 sheets, you're still going to get the best price specs because the price of UltraColor MAX won't change the more you order because the machine can't go any quicker that way. So UltraColor, which is still a digital screen hybrid, but it's much easier to do once you get to sort of a couple of units, switch over to UltraColor because we can bring the price down for you a lot quicker. So for instance, if you're doing A4s on UltraColor MAX, you can get 3 to a 55 by 55 centimeter sheet. So it's going to cost you £9.60 per transfer, which is great if you're just doing some sample work because you can always fit lots more transfers on that. I'm just keeping it very simple for now. But if you were to order 10 UltraColor sheets, then you're looking at £5.15 per transfer. So straight away, it's already cheaper to do them just as a standard UltraColor. If you were to gang those transfers, so you could get potentially 20 as a minimum order, so 2 A4s on A3s at 10 times an order at A3, you're looking at £2.99 per transfer. So straight away, if you're doing anything more than 10 of a design, UltraColor Standard is still the best way to go with that. Will you guys have a gang sheet sizing order available? Or is this going to be generic sizing? So with all of our transfers, they're all gang sheets. So anyone that's unfamiliar with this terminology, a gang sheet basically means you can gang up as many images onto a sheet as you want. So this is something that has been popularised by Target Transfers in the UK and Stahls in the US, but basically we just want to give you the best value. So if you're careful with the way you place your transfers onto a sheet, it means you can really maximise the value of the transfer. So especially when you've got a mix of sizes, if you've got an A4 and you've got maybe a 10 by 10 and a couple of smaller sizes, and you want to just put them all onto one sheet. As long as you make it easier for yourself to cut out, because you don't want to spend money cutting transfers out for your labour cost. That way you could potentially put 5, 10, 15 transfers on a sheet, different jobs or from the same job, and gang them up. But what you can do is essentially, when you think about it, is you can divide the cost of the sheet by that many transfers. So rather than being £29 for one transfer, it could be £1 a transfer. That's what we talk about when we talk about gang sheets. So every single sheet layout of ours is a gang sheet. We'll let you decide how you want to best use that heat transfer sheet. So I hope that answers your questions. The sizes on the website, so I'll just bring them up so everyone can see. So whenever you pick a product, so in this instance UltraColor, you've got 8 different options here. So you've got the A3, this is the UltraColor standard. So if you want to gang up an A3, absolutely fine. And that's where you can get the best value from ganging up transfers, because it's a bigger transfer area to put images on. But we have other layouts. So if you don't want to cut your transfers, or you've got a really big rush job on, and actually you just want it to come to you ready cut, just pick one of these sizes that suits you best, and they'll come pre-cut for you. So it's entirely up to you how you want to manage your order process. Okay. Is there a metallic gold or silver? So this is there's 2 answers to this question. In a sense, we can print gold and silver colours that CMYK values, absolutely no problem, and they look phenomenal in the testing we've already done. If you'd like it to be a metallic finish, you're still best off using our 1 to 5 colour screen transfer option, where we can add a metallic element into the inks. Because it's a slightly different process, it's a more traditional ink mix process, a traditional screen printed heat transfer, where we can Pantone match or add a metallic finish to it. So if it's gold or silver metallic, go 1 to 5 colour screen. If you can, if it looks great as just a CMYK you've designed in Photoshop or Illustrator, then we can make that design come to life and still look fantastic on the transfer. If an artwork is produced in UltraColor MAX, would they look identical when produced as UltraColor, or are there such differences in the colour shades? The design will look exactly the same. So we've been very careful about, when we've been developing the direct-to-film transfer to accompany UltraColor, is that the end results look pretty much 99.9% exactly the same, because we know that you'll want to sample the work with one, take it to a customer, and you don't want to have to then come back a couple of weeks later with the finished product and say, actually, it looks a bit different, or they'll notice a difference. So this is one where we've been very careful to make sure that we can make sure that the gradients look just as great, the tones look just as great, the tones are just as great, the detail is just as fine. So it means that it's a true sampling process. So when you would compare one against the other, your customer would be able to tell the difference. Okay, so we've got has anyone got any more questions about the fusing? Was that quite straightforward? I can always do another fuse if you'd like to. Yeah, for order today, when do I get these transfers? This is live today. As of this live event you'll join me for, this means that you can go after this event or during this event and go and order your UltraColor MAX transfers now. And they get the same 2-day turnaround that all of our transfers get. So we are printing here 20 hours a day. So we get in at 4, we go home at 12. So we've got plenty of capacity to print these and match any demand that there will be for this. Because, like I said, this has been launched in the US for a couple of months now, just before Christmas, I think, actually. And it is proving very popular. So we're well prepared. So no matter how many you order the order today, we'll be able to handle that. And our turnaround time will not be affected for any of our products. Okay, what machines will these transfers work on? So this is a question that always pops up when new technology comes out, and we get this asked a lot, will this work on my heat press? And the answer is always yes. The main thing to bear in mind is that with with transfers that fuse at a lower temperatures like UltraColor MAX and UltraColor is to make sure your heat press is accurate to the degree, because everything we do is recipe based, and the transfer is designed to fuse and unlock at a very specific temperature. So it's always best to make sure your heat press is calibrated to be accurate. So if it's 10 degrees out, 20 degrees out, it won't be a very accurate press, and that's when you come into problems. So will our transfers work with any heat press? Absolutely yes. Will a Hotronix press, like the one it's going to fuse on today, be more accurate than any other heat press? Absolutely. And if you've got questions about what makes Hotronix a more accurate heat press, we've got loads of videos on our YouTube channel. You can go and check out and see just exactly how Hotronix presses are made and what makes them the one to beat. Okay, what else we've got? Okay. Why should I buy these from you? Okay, great question. And we've had this asked quite a lot because there's a few direct-to-film heat transfer machines out there. The main thing really is that Target Transfers and Stahls Transfer Express are the world's leading heat transfer manufacturer. So everything we do is the absolute best quality available we can get. So it means we make sure our transfers last any longer than any other heat transfer. They wash better than any other heat transfer. Like I said, we've commercially wash tested all of these. We've made sure that there's more detail and more color in absolutely everything we do. Across all of our different continents where we manufacture heat transfers, thousands, if not tens of thousands of years of experience that have gone into making sure that these heat transfers are the best of the best. And anyone who's already using UltraColor will know just how great these are, because technology's changed so much in the last couple of years. But Target Transfers and Stahls have always been at the forefront of this technology to make sure that you get the absolute best heat transfer available. So everything we do in the US has been mirrored here in the UK, so you get that same high quality, long lasting, easy to use heat transfer. How much is postage? Postage is £6.50 plus VAT, and that will be next day guaranteed delivery. If you do need options with regards to pre-10 a.m., pre-12:30, Saturday delivery, they're all available online. Just go and have a look at the delivery page on custom.targettransfers.com and you'll see all of the costs there. If you do live within drivable distance of Braintree in Essex, we do have a collection option as well. So that's something that we're more than happy to do between the hours of 9 and 5:30. Just tick the box for collection. Obviously, that'll be free, and you'll be able to come pick them up. So it means that if you've got a real rush job on, you can save a bit of time that way. Or if you want to send a courier to come and get them, like on a bike, and bring them to you that same day, that's no problem either. Just let us know. Is there a video on how to calibrate a Fusion Hotronix press? There are some videos online. So if you go to the Hotronix YouTube channel, or just give us a quick phone call and ask us how to walk you through it. It's really, really easy, especially on the Fusion heat presses, because you've got that touchscreen, Wi-Fi enabled screen. It means it's really, really easy to do. So that won't be a problem at all. Just get in touch if you need a bit of help there, Derek. Okay, what else have we got? So another one, just wanted to touch on this again. When I'm already using UltraColor, when should I use these? These are for smaller runs or personalization at scale. But if you're ordering more than 10 units of anything, always go with the UltraColor that you've already been using, because that's the most scalable product. The prices come down per transfer so much quicker that way. So that's the one we always recommend to use at scale. So DTF transfers are a great product to do some personalization with short run stuff, but you should always use UltraColor standard for the larger runs. And because of the how great the transfers are, you could use UltraColor MAX even for one color prototyping jobs. You just wanted to show the detail of what you can achieve for your customers. There's no reason why you couldn't print just one color jobs on UltraColor MAX and use it as a sampling tool as well. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you one more fuse on this, just to really show you just how easy it is to do. So again, I'm just going to use the same t-shirt, keep it nice and simple, off the side there. Give it a quick pre-press. I use one of these, some really great gradients on them. 12 seconds under here, that's what it's going to take. If anyone's never put any colour gradients into their designs before, we did a YouTube tutorial maybe a month or two back on levers designs, where we put gradients into the levers template. Follow these instructions, you'll be absolutely fine as well. So it's going to peel this on the press, straight off, nice and easy. And you can see there, colours and blends and gradients on that look absolutely fantastic. So it's nice and easy, 145, 12 seconds at medium pressure, hot peel, super simple. So does anyone have any more questions? If not, I'm just going to wrap it up for today. So thank you very much for joining me today. I'm really excited to bring you UltraColor MAX direct-to-film heat transfers, which are available in that 55 by 55 centimetre sheet, £29, available now. So you can be one of the first. Okay, one more question. I know it shouldn't be advised, but has anyone used DTF with an easy press rather than a clamshell press? So the product that Susan is referring to is the Cricut Easy Press, which is a large handheld heat press, about that sort of size. So this is something that is, I would say that it's okay to start off with this one. If you get the chance, our colleagues at Transfer Express did a really great comparison video with the new Cricut press versus a auto-open Hotronix press, and you can really see the difference there. The main issue you have with using an easy press for sort of at scale or on a commercial level is that it's really hard to calibrate the pressure, for one, because you happen to do it all manually. So there's no pressure readout to tell you if you've got that right or wrong. And I would also encourage you to double check with a heat gun to make sure you are at that correct temperature, because it's that lower fuse temperature. It's quite harder for cheaper heat presses to actually meet at that same level. So it's not ideal if you're doing it commercially, but it's a good option if you're just doing short runs or promo products. But if you want any advice about which heat press to use and how to get started with sort of more professional heat presses, we'd be more than happy to help you. But just be careful. I would encourage you probably to do some wash testing of your own with the Easy Press before you unleash that on your larger customer base. Thank you very much for that question, Susan. So with that, I'm just going to finish off today just to let you know, custom.targettransfers.com. Oh, sorry, one more question. Anything you would not print on? To be honest with you, I mean, if it's perhaps a rain jacket that you know has been heavily treated, then just contact us first. And it might be that we advise you to use the UltraColor, and we can use some technology to make sure that stays on there. But generally speaking, we've not had any issues with polyesters or any other products like that. They're absolutely fine. Okay, well, we'll be doing lots of these live events over the coming weeks. So if you've got more questions, or if you didn't catch it live today and you'd like to ask us anything, either leave us a comment in below or send us a direct message or just phone us up and ask us about this product, but we'd be more than happy to help. Thank you very much for joining today. Just head to custom.targettransfers.com to get started.